Hey y'all, Enzo here from Knox Knife Mods, and today got kind of a different video. This is going to be kind of a collection thing. Basically, my goal here today is to see if I can fit this. Oh God, this box full of knives and all these pouches inside the workbench drawer behind me, which I will take you here for a closer look. Let's go see that. All right, here we go. This drawer specifically, which I need to clean, and I also have a mat for that. But I also need to install a lock, which we're going to do as well, just to keep my kids from trying to get in here. So I'm going to see if I can get this lock installed in there, which hopefully won't be too bad. So yeah, different kind of video. We'll also, time permitting, we will also kind of do a quick collection run through, since I haven't done that in quite a while, and it's, it's the new year. 2025, so always a good time to update the collection. So I'm gonna get to drilling, and feel free to critique my form, and yeah, let's get into it. Not the prettiest Dremel job up there on the handle, but hang on, let me turn the key around. Come on. There we go. It works. It works. Awesome. Cool. Now I don't have to worry about my kids messing with my blades. All right, y'all, so this ended up taking quite a lot longer than I thought it would, which is the case for most projects that I start. But we're gonna roll through these pretty quick. I don't know if everything's gonna fit in here. I'm gonna start with my modern knives, because in case my traditionals don't fit, I'll just keep them, I keep them in these drawers here. I'll just keep them in those drawers. So let's get into it. How do I wanna do this? I don't even know. I'm gonna try to organize it by maker probably. And I'm going to be very quick as we go through them, and we'll just take them one at a time here. But speed is the essence, because I don't want to be up all night. It's already freaking late because I spent forever just trying to get this lock figured out, which is still pretty janky, but at least it works. Okay, here we go. All right, I guess we'll start off with the junk knives, which I honestly don't even want to put in here. This is junky, but it's sentimental. This is a kukri that belonged to my grandfather. This is a hen and rooster skinner that my neighbor gave me because he didn't know what to do with it. It's a piece of crap. Move this ruler out of the way, this T-square. God. This is the first, one of the earliest knives I got. Modern knives. I've had some traditionals, but this is the earliest modern knife I got. It's a second earliest, actually, San Renmu 7010, back in like 2013 or 14. These were really popular. Piece of crap. Rat 2 that I can't even open anymore. I've ruined this thing, but it's been a decent shop knife. Civivi riffle that I ruined as well. Well, it may not be ruined, but I got to fix the lock face because you can just do this. And a Rough Rider sway back that really stinks. So shop knife. Lastly, a buck 301 or 300 or something that was left in my dad's truck. I don't know who left it there, but I found it. Oh wait, here, yeah, and a Ritter MK5 from like 2010. Yeah, little neck knife. So those are the junk knives. Let's get into the proper knives here. We'll start off with the Rat 1. It must-have EDC knife. Probably is going to be the one that I have actually got this recently. I've had the Rat 2 a long time, but I really wanted a Rat 1 in decent shape. So this is going to be my travel knife for trips. I really hope everything fits in here. Okay, let's keep it. Yeah, we're going to keep it on the lower budget end. Beyond EDC Night Horse. This was an SMKW exclusive. I hope these are showing up okay. Yeah, Beyond EDC Night Horse in, what is this in, 14C? Yeah, 14C 28N and G10. This is gonna be so much nicer having these knives in here. Kaiser Escort in Rich Light, wonderful knife. Really love this thing. Could be the perfect EDC for somebody out there. Kaiser, I guess we should keep it to Kaiser now. This is a Kaiser Critical Mini. I think this was my knife of the year back in like 21 or 22. Love this thing. It's been heavily modded. That's the Fog Diver mod. A Spidey S110V Native 5 and G10. This was a second from the second sale. My buddy who lived in Colorado at the time got this for me. Wonderful guy, Corey, great guy. He goes back and forth between Colorado and Tennessee. I love it when he's in town. I wish he'd stay, but he just moved back recently. Miss him. I do miss him. This is a Kaiser Kobold 2 designed by Sebastian Irwan. Awesome knife. Really love it. So with the Kaisers here, this is a Kaiser T1, T2, T1. This is the T1. Yeah, beautiful design. Really simple, really classic, but just something about it really speaks to me. I darkened the micarta and then kind of did this. The edges are black. I think it looks really cool. I called it the Outlander mod? Or the Ashlander mod. It's a Morrowind reference. I kind of want to rename it a little bit, but also kind of don't. Anyway, that's a good one. With the Kaisers here. A Civivi. This was from Wolfman Walsh. This was his knife, but he wasn't happy with the way these scales turned out where he tried to mod them. This is just one that I've been meaning to mod, and I just haven't sat down to do it yet, but I already know what I'd like to do, and it could be really cool. So, oh, that's a Civivi Wyvern, by the way. So, Civivi Wyvern, Wavern. Let's put that here, I guess. Civivi Riffle. This was a very successful riffle mod. This is the Ignition mod, heavily inspired by Final Fantasy 16. Dope Civivi. And we'll put that there. We're going to move the Spotty over here, I think. So Civivi's here. This is an Ontario Carter Prime, heavily modded. This is the Hard Edge mod. I really love this thing. Orange peel, texture, and some whole lot of rock carving. Probably a little more rock carving than I would do these days, but you know, whatever. So we need to put the Ontarios there together. Let's move these up just a bit. Actually, let's keep these where they are, and then we'll put the Ontarios kind of in the back. Yeah, okay. Oh, another Kaiser. This was a gift from Wolfman Walsh. This is the Kaiser Hunter, or the Mini Hunter? I think it's just the Hunter. Really great washer-based action, which you don't see very often from Kaiser. Yeah, awesome knife, Kaiser Hunter. Kaiser, here we go. We got room, and we can tighten this up if it starts getting, I think we'll have room now. We have here a Buck 110. This is a modern Buck 110 with just some plastic handles that I have textured And yeah, put a pocket clip on there as well. Yeah, great knife. 110's a classic pattern, man, for good reason. We'll put that here for now. Oh boy. This is a Kershaw Lucha. I'm not going to open this right now. I'm going to kill myself. That's a Lucha. Everybody should know the Lucha by now. I think that's the only Kershaw. No, I do. I have this Kershaw as well. This is a Kershaw CQC 11K. This is the Berserker mod. You can watch a video on this thing on the channel. Just search CQC 11K Berserker, maybe. I can't remember. But I love the way this thing turned out. Put a forward choil on it, so you can choke up for that detail work. It's a really fun knife. I love the shape and size and craziness. Ernest Emerson design, good one. All right, so let's put these Kershaws, let's put them in this corner over here. Actually, I'm gonna flip that one around too. I want the most, well no, I'll leave it like this. Okay, Spidey, Stretch 2. I picked this one up because Pete from Cedric and Ada always waxes poetic about how much he loves this knife. And for good reason, it's a great knife. I just think that maybe for me, Spyderco's FRN just may not be my jam. I don't know, but still, it's a great, super capable knife. Okay, Spideys are over here. All right. This is a Tucson. It's my only Tucson. TS232. Great knife. I mean, it's very fun. It's in the 14C steel, so there were some issues with Tucson. Kind of, it seems like they were lying about their S90V. 14C, hopefully they're not lying about that, but it's a budget steel, so it's like, are you really gonna lie about that? Really cool kind of modern Barlow design. It's just super funky. Love those titanium scales, yeah. Let's put that guy, I guess, over here with Civivi. This is a Kiridashi that I got from Primo, just a little Damascus Kiridashi. I may leave that out as a shop thing and put that in a different drawer. Okay, moving right along here. Opening up the little bottom hatch. Okay, this is some higher end stuff. We got a modded ZT0562. This is the Gigas mod. Really love this thing. Is this? No, this is not that. This is the Tiamat mod. Getting my knives confused. Beautiful JG10 scale here with this gold bronzy hardware. I think it looks really good. It's a brass stop pin that I replaced the stock stop pin with, and I think it matches the look much better. Just your regular titanium side here. I did do a new finish on the pocket clip, and of course everything here has that uniform bronze finish and some scalloping on the flat. I think it looks fan-effing-tastic. I guess I'll put that, yeah, I'll put that with Kershaw since it's the same parent company. Got a Wii here. This is the Black Void Opus from Justin Lundquist. My favorite my favorite front flipper by a mile. Love this thing. I carry it in the back pocket a lot, and it's just a very elegant little fidgety knife. My hands are cold right now, so I'm not going to keep trying to do that. So Wii I'll put with Civivi. And up here we have a heavily modded Kershaw Spidey Chef. I call this one the Armor Piercer because of that insane tip that I put on it. So bronze hardware on this, crazy acid wash on that LC200N. I don't know how well it's going to show up in this light in my garage, but yeah, just a nutty finish. Really, really crazy. Love the Spidey Chef, man. Great knife. Okay, this is a Giant Mouse Ace Grand in micarta and L-Max? Yeah, L-Max. Very cool, chunky, big folder. I love the look of it, and I need to carry it more. I go through hot and cold phases with this knife. One thing that annoys me is I really wish this lynch clip would work better, but it's just, no matter what I do, it's just kind of wiggly, and it drives me nuts. So I may have to go back to the factory paper clip. Giant Mouse, I don't know what to do with. We'll stick it there. This is my first Strider ProTech SNG. I love the SNG pattern. I think it's fantastic, and after handling some Striders, I kind of think that ProTech does it better. If you like out-the-side autos, that's kind of a big, you have to like out-the-side autos. But this was the G9 edition for the Gathering that year. I can't remember what year that was. I want to say it was like 2015. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I took the safety out too. So yeah, we'll stick that at the random pile here. Microtech UTX well, no, UTX. This is Microtech Ultratech, full-size Ultratech. Good gosh, can't talk. This is a Microtech signature or something, a Marfione signature, I don't know. Cool knife though, and it's a Spartan with this Moulin Labe engraving on the double edge there. This thing is cool. I don't carry it enough. I need to carry it more. I'm just not an OTF guy, I'm finding out, but I love this thing. Really glad I have it. I'll put that with the Strider. Cold Steel, excuse me, Cold Steel Immortal. This was getting a lot of pocket carry a while ago just because I wanted to take on the day and feel like I had a sword in my pocket. I still love this thing. Really great Cold Steel. I wish we could get back to this era of Cold Steel. GSM, you're not watching this. If you were, come on, man, bring us back to this stuff. Cool knife. Cold Steel needs its own section. We'll go over here by Kershaw and ZT. We'll go by Kai. Kaiser Beyond. This was a gift from my buddy Cameron, who I worked with at Primo. He picked this up when we were at Blade and then decided it reminded him too much of the Cybertruck. So he gave it to me when he left Primo. Very impressive knife. Action's pretty wild. The design I kind of feel indifferent. But yeah, it's, oh man, you hear the sound it's making. It's ridiculous. So we'll put this with our Kaisers. Let's make a little bit of room here. All right, and that can go nicely right there. Perfect. Spyderco Sage 1 in Maximet. This is a really great pattern. I love the Sage. I really want to check out a Sage 5 with the compression lock, but the Sage 1 with the liner lock is also very satisfying. And Maximet is a fantastic steel. Another Spyderco here. This is the Gail Bradley 2. This is my Nakota mod. It was originally jade, dyed it kind of this tobacco brown, acid washed the liners and the pocket clip. Steel is CPM crew wear. Wonderful, wonderful knife, the Gail Bradley 2. I have a video on that as well if you look up Takedown Talk 12. This is a Benchmade Super Freak M4. I need to do something with this. I think I want to take the blade out and maybe do a kind of an aggressive stone wash on it. So yeah, that's kind of something I've been thinking about. I acid wash this. This is not the clip it comes with. I acid wash this Benchmade print clip. I just love it on there. I think it looks really good. Yeah, nothing else really with this one. Awesome knife though. I wish Benchmade would come back to reality. This is a Strider clone. This is an SMF clone in D2. I think this was produced by F and Grow. And then I bought it to mod it. So I just did it my own stuff too. Did a full orange peel on the scales on both sides and did a rock carve on the spine, which I think looks pretty cool. They claim it's D2. I don't know if it really is, but it performs about how I would expect D2 to perform. Don't buy clones, but sometimes I will to mod. So, you know, if you want to hate on me, it's fine. That will go over here. Let's see. All right, so that's all the box. Oh, wait, we got the slippies, though. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start tightening things up because I really want to get the slippies in here. Before we do that, let's go ahead and start going through let's get this out of the way. And let's start going through the pouches. All right. Okay. All right, this is all gonna be, we'll save that because that's a slip. All right, we'll start off with a Liang Ma here. This is a Liang Ma Lanny V2. Really love this knife. It was a grail for quite a while. And, you know, Liang does things where you're like, dude, just stop talking, man. But he makes great knives. I mean, this is a really great design. Strider does the same thing. You know, like Strider's had plenty of, you know, hubbub. If you like the design, you just like the design. And this is one that I liked, loved. I really like this design. So I'll put that kind of over here for now. The Liang Ma Lanny. And then up next we have a whole bunch of Wies. My favorite designer who has worked with Wies, Snextan. This is the Civivi, Vision FG with the super lock. Awesome knife. That will go with the Civivis and the Wies right here. I'm gonna try to keep them by maker and then by designer. So here is another grail. This was the Snex Mini Buster from Wii. Oh gosh, bad push. It's got kind of a soft detent, but it also has a unique detent, so I think that's got something to do with it. Love the look of this knife. This thing is just stunning. So that is gonna go here. In my pocket, I actually have the Vision R. So I'll go ahead and put this up right now, actually. Yeah, I'll just stick that there. I guess I'll do it like this. All right, let's tighten these up as I'm talking so I can kind of hopefully make room for those dadgum slip joints. Yeah, sorry, this is so off the cuff, guys. I apologize. All right, another package down there. Just some Dimcos here. God, these guys are gonna take up a lot of room. 80-20.5, this is the Hoplite mod. These scales are from Flytanium, and the hardware is from, I think, GP Knives. This is a Lynch clip. The stud is from GP Knives, maybe. Yeah, I have mixed feelings on the 80-20.5. Sometimes I love this knife and sometimes I really don't like it. But, you know, it's cool. It's a cool knife no matter what. Okay, let's put Dimco with cold steel. I think that would be appropriate. Put that there. Also in here, we have a 3V8010 from Blade Show this year. This is number 32. And yeah, it's cool. I keep messing with the pocket clip. Can't figure out what I want to do with it. It has kind of this brass thing going on right now that I did to it, but I may just go back to a complete acid wash. Also has my Spellcaster lanyard on there. Yeah, my favorite knife of this year. Love this thing. Check out Chuck Nunface's video on this knife. All right, 80-10 tie in 3V. Okay. Oh man, we're actually not doing terrible here. All right, this is a Concept Noble Knives Goblin XL. Very cool knife. I did a lot of modding to this. Orange peel on the kind of this flat section, but then also some heavy sculpting toward the spine of the handle. S35 on that, just a big old chunky knife, really cool. Moving along, Ware. This is my Ware Lucas P, designed by Matthew Warewine, who is a knife maker. He's not just a designer, he also makes knives, very beautiful customs. This is produced by Rayot. It is excellent. That is gonna go over here, I think, near Liang Ma. I don't know, this section's getting kind of wild over here. Not sure how this is gonna end, but we're gonna keep trying to cram them. The Concept needs to move. All right. And then I also have on me, which this video I'm God, man, I'm at the end of my my functioning here. This video that I'm shooting right now is going to come out before this mod video, but this is a Ware Knives and Civivi nugs that I have done some part swapping on. I also did a flipper delete. I'm really loving this thing. I love it so much more without the flipper tab. It is unbelievable. The customs do not have a rear flipper. They typically have a front flipper, but not all the time. I'm loving this thing. I'm not gonna put it up yet because I'm carrying it tonight, but it would go over here with the Lucas P. So those are my Ware knives. Bokers, let's do Boker. I have the Little Dvalin. This is a cool knife. It's functionally not perfect, but it's really fun and it has a lot of attitude. And if you want a mid-guards messer design, this is your most affordable way to get it. Nothing crazy exciting here, just D2 and a steel frame lock. This is gonna go in the cold steel zone, I think. Oh, man, we're really gonna be tight on the slips. I don't know if they're gonna fit, but I'll just take that as it comes. Yeah, okay. Boker Bad Guy, a design by Franck Souvet. The toughest slip joint you'll probably ever see. This thing is ridiculous. Yeah, really love this design, and this gets you really close to the custom too, which is always nice. I'll put that kind of right here. And lastly, in the Boker section, a Vox F3. This is the F3 Compact. This thing is nice. And it's on Teflon washers, but boy, it feels fantastic. I love this thing. At first, the opening hole kind of drove me nuts. I still think it's ugly, but boy, it functions really nice. Carbon fiber show scale titanium lock side. I'll just put that right next to the Midgard's Messer Boker here. Let's see, how are we doing space-wise? We're kind of doing okay. All right, those are the Bokers. Yeah, we might be able to get the slips in here. Okay. Yeah, well, I say that. Some more Dimco designs from Cold Steel. This is my other 8010. This is the Ranger mod. Big old beefy handle on this thing because it's using the liners designed by Nathan's Knives. They're a little bit thicker than the stock liners. So this thing is a chunker. I did all this work up here on the spine. Blade Steel's S35 VN. Yeah, this is pretty, it's a pretty sweet knife, but it is a chunker. Let's move the Boker there. I'll put this 8010 next to my 8010 tie, which is kind of my go-to 8010 these days. Oh man, this is getting messy. Okay, bring this down, put this here. But see, the reason I want to do this is I want to see all my knives laid out. I haven't had it this way. This is a Formax Scout. This is my mod, the Blood Eagle. Really love this thing. I made it to sell it, and then when I started handling it, I was like, no, that's staying with me. Yeah, this thing's dope. And the Formax Scout is just a cool knife for the money. All right, let's scoot these. Do I move these up again? No, I don't. I'm gonna just reorient here. Let's move all these out of the way. This is gonna go here next to the Formax, or the 8010. Whatever, okay. Another Formax, this is not a Formax Scout, this is a Formax, oh man, I can't do it right now. Formax Elite, which is a silly name, but it is in S35. I do like these scales a lot. These scales feel really good. S35 and titanium liner and lock bar and all this stuff. It's a great knife. I did a little bit of work to it. I just put some micro jimping on these parts of the lock bar because that's how they used to come from Cold Steel. They didn't do it on this run. They cheaped out. But it's a cool knife. It's, you know, if you can get it for $250, I feel like that would be a solid deal, which is what I got it for from Midway. Every now and then, Midway and Cold Steel just do insane deals where they have great knives at unbelievable prices. Okay. Moving along. We got another Strider here. This is the ProTech Strider Operator. My local store had one of these at retail, which in 2024 was absolutely insane. So I picked this up. Gets a lot of carry. Also has a spellcaster lanyard on it. Yeah, I love this knife. Definitely, I like both of these a lot, but this one definitely gets more carry. So this needs to go with the other Pro Strider and then the fake Strider. So that's good there. Okay, we're gonna make this work. I don't know if I'm gonna have room for the slips, but at least I have all my modern knives in here. So let's look on the bright side. Got a couple other randos here. Another Dimco Cold Steel 8015. This is the Gigas mod. This thing's dope. Really happy with this mod. I won't get into the details. I've talked about it a million times. If you have questions, just ask and I will answer. Yeah, S35 in on that one. We'll put it next to the, the lanyard on this, I will say, is from Nux Nomada. Yeah, I will put that next to these here. Okay, cool. That's all looking good. And a Buck 830 Marksman. Boy, these are hard to get now. This was a sprint run version, which I think you can just kind of count on every now and then they'll do a sprint. And if you see one, go ahead and get it because they don't produce the original in aluminum anymore, which is kind of a shame. This is G10 and I feel like the aluminum version had a nicer sound. But I was happy just to get a freaking Marksman. Yeah, super cool knife. I need to carry it more. I'll put that with my other Buck, which is down here. I got a random Spidey just sitting over here. Don't know what that's about. Let's move these all up. And then I'll put this Buck with the other Buck. Okay, Giant Mouse is just all on its own. All right, that's that. What am I gonna do with all these pouches? Oh, very special knife. My first high-end knife that I got on the day of my wedding in 2016. This is a gift from my wife. I've changed the clip, so ignore that. Spyderco PM2, my initials are on there and the date of our wedding. This blade has just been utterly destroyed over the years. I've just abused it, and you know, when you first get into knives and you just don't really understand what you're doing. Well, I've had plenty of knives in the past, but this was the first high-end one, and for whatever reason, I just did everything with it, and now it's like in this state. Still though, obviously keep it for sentimental value. It was a wonderful wedding gift, and it was, you know, meant a lot to me. So I will put this with my Spideys. So I'm gonna move the Dimcos up a bit here. I think I need to put the Formaxes at the back just because they're so doggone huge. Yeah, let's do that. Put this 8015 here. Spidey can go here, and then that also leaves room for this, so that solves that. I really don't think that the Slippies are going to fit in here, which is a darn shame, but that's okay. Got all my moderns in here. Wait, I left one out because of course I did. TRM Atom in these lovely black micarta scales. I put a satin kind of hand rub on them, and I think it looks just really nice. Is this the best American-made knife for the money? I think so. This thing is really nice. And I can't believe that 200 bucks gets you such a sweet knife. And they haven't really gone up on their prices over the years, which is crazy. Okay, so yet another knife that I forgot about, but y'all may have seen me using it in the video. This is the Rayot XOU utility knife, and this is the last thing I'm gonna get in here. Now, fortunately, I don't know how much y'all can see, but I managed to, well, yeah, I do. I can see the camera a little bit. I managed to get pretty much all my modern knives in here, so that's great. All right, guys, up next is fixed blades. We're gonna do my outdoor and EDC fixed blades, then we'll do kitchen knives. Right here, whoa, lordy, if I don't drop it, I've been butterfingers today. This is a Bark River Bravo Sentinel, just an awesome little EDC fixed blade. I really love this thing, one of the first nice fixed blades that I got. I keep this inside this Nord leather. It's not meant for this, but it works really well. It's a little Nord leather sheath from my buddy Victor in Sweden. This one is one of the earliest fixed blades I got for hiking and camping. This is the Gerber Strong Arm. Don't hear anybody really talk about this these days, but it's an awesome outdoor knife. I don't know what they're going for. I paid, I think, $50 for this, or my wife did. It was a birthday gift from her. But yeah, awesome outdoor knife, very much survival oriented. So there's that. It's a random sheath. Mora Eldris. This was a pretty popular little knife a few years back. Great neck carry, great EDC fixed blade. Being a Mora, the ergos are #1, and you can feel it when you hold it. Cool knife. Oh, this is a cool one. This was a gift from my dad. He went up to Montana to do some work and brought this back for me. This is a Montana Americana Skinner. It's a really cool knife. I love the blade shape a lot. I love the handle a lot. The handle's very ergonomic. My only complaint is with the thinness of, which I love how thin the stock is, because this thing's gonna slice all day long. But this thumb ramp here is not particularly comfortable because of how thin that stock is. If there was a way, I don't know how to, anyway, I'm not gonna keep rambling. Really cool knife though, love the look of it. Montana Americana Skinner. You can look that dude up, and he's in some places, but he's hard to get a hold of. This was a gift from Walsh, a cleaver, what are these called? Alan Foltz design cleaver, the Minimalist. So this is the Minimalist cleaver. Awesome neck knife. This is another Minimalist that I picked up. He and I both really got into neck knives for a bit. This is the Bowie Minimalist in micarta. Both of these are in micarta. Pretty cool. This is, of course, the Ezzy Izula. Awesome knife, the Izula 2. I did a Rit die on the scales, but I left the standard coating on that blade. Maybe the best EDC fixed blade, I mean, for everyday carry. What do y'all think? It could definitely be a contender. It's not my favorite overall, but I really like it. My favorite's still this Bark River knife, and also another one I'll show you in a minute. Okay, that's all of those. Now let's move on to kitchen knives. Get that out of the way. I'll start with the lame ones first. This is a Tucson chef's knife I got in 14C28N, which is a great steel. It's got G10 handles, a really cool mosaic pin there, but other than that, there's nothing particularly exciting about it. Pinch grip is, it's okay. It does have these nice sloped bolsters, so at least it doesn't feel uncomfortable, but it's not an ergonomic dream. As you can see too, it's not holding up particularly well. This is not a kitchen knife, but I use it as one, a Spyderco Bow River. And I had to back the edge up a bit because my wife bent the tip and I was trying to unbend it and the tip snapped and the tip's still a little bent. So I don't know what the heck she did to this thing. But yeah, now we use it as a paring knife in the kitchen. It's okay, the stock's a little too thick, I think, but still. It's not meant to be a kitchen knife. It's really meant to be kind of a bird and trout knife. All right, let's get to the good stuff. These are my Primos. Actually, I need something to support it. Let's use this. There we go, that works. Love my Primos, man. So this is the first Primo I got. Well, this is kind of a Phillips Forge thing, actually, by my former boss, John Phillips. He gave me this early in, and it was a second that he couldn't really find a use for. So I did some work on the handle, and since I worked the handle, I decided to laser engrave my little logo in there too, but it's really his design. But yeah, beautiful cheese cleaver. Love this thing. It's typically these go as part of a charcuterie set, and they come with like this little charcuterie fork and some other bits and bobs, but I carry this thing as an EDC option all the time, and I really love it. This is the Spirit paring knife. This is in Claro Walnut. This thing's great. The best thing about Primos are these pinch grip bolsters. They're super comfortable in a pinch grip. They feel so good. And you can choke up too, and they still feel great. I don't typically do that because I'm too afraid I'll slice my finger. But yeah, wonderful ergonomics. This one's in AEBL, I think. AEBL, yes. Yeah, awesome stonewash on that. This one's also in AEBL here. This is the very first Primo I got way back when I was doing some videos for them just on the side before I worked there full time. But this is the K-tip in Jade, the Jade Monolith K-tip. So Jade G10, bronze bolster. I love how this bolster is patinaed. I know some people might not like that. I think it looks really cool. And AEBL once again on the steel. This one has gotten a little bit of surface rust on it. I don't know if you call it rust. Oxidization? Is that what, or is it oxidation? It's oxidization. Yeah, okay. Moving along. Great knife. Love this thing. I love that drop point. And then lastly here, my favorite one, this is the Bog Oak Santokus. This is Bog Oak that's like 5,000 years old. Really cool. Also has the bronze bolster, excuse me, which I think looks really fantastic. But the big thing for me is this Damascus. This is an AUS 10A Damascus, and the way that John finished this just looks so fantastic to me. It really looks good in the light. You can feel the texture of the layers of steel. Yeah, just a beautiful piece. I really love it. It's my favorite piece in the set. All right, y'all, for a minute, I entertained the idea of just making a whole new video, but I said, no, we're gonna do the collection in one go. So I went ahead and organized the slip joint box off camera. So we're gonna roll through that now. I figured y'all didn't need to see any more footage of me sorting out where knives are gonna fit. So these are all cases except for these two, which are Parker Cutlery Company. Up first, we have my case. Stockman here is large Stockman, emerald green, Kinfolk jig bone. I'm gonna try to roll through these pretty quick. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. This is a Tony Bowes pattern. This is a saddle horn. Wonderful knife. Walk and talk's a little mushy on that one, but there's no blade wobble. Love it. This one is another Tony Bowes pattern. This is a Case Salbelli Stockman in giraffe bone. Here we have a case. These are all case, obviously. This is a Tony Bowes tribal lock. This is based off of his Zulu pattern, and I think it's super attractive in the antique bone and that bomb shield. This is the ideal tribal, if you ask me. This here is just a Sodbuster Jr., and it's a good one, and I can't remember what this style of jigging is. Is it maybe peach seed? I don't know. If y'all know, please put it in the comments. Let me know. Anybody else that wants to know. This is a Smoky Mountain Knife Works exclusive mini trapper. I really love this kind of custom shield they did. They call it a crown shield, and I think it looks really cool. Also love the bone here. They call it olive. I don't really see that, but it's still a really pretty bone. All right, this is a large full-size sod buster. This one I modded a little bit and did some filing on the spine, which turned out okay. It's got some issues, but not too many. Yeah, lovely Vol orange right there. Go Vols. That is my game day knife. And this is a Granddaddy Barlow, one of my favorite cases, along with that Stockman. This thing is sweet. Really nice jigging. I think it's like a 2001 or 2. Love the hot dog shield, if you want to call it that, and love the color of that bone. It's a beautiful bone. Awesome. And I love Granddaddy Barlows in general. This is a trapper, just a classic case trapper pattern. What's cool about this one is that it has this funky G10 swirl, and there's no case marking on that shield, which I think is really neat. Cam Tang, walk and talk's nice. Another trapper here. This is a 1095 steel trapper, synthetic yellow with that lovely 1095. I need to use this one more and really get that patina going because it's a good knife. I back pocket it quite a lot actually. This is the vault pattern for this year. I said in our year-end video, I told Wall, she said, isn't the Razor the vault pattern for 2024? And I said, no. Let it be known that I'm a moron. Yes, it is. Wonderful pattern, really like it. This knife has a couple of things I'm not crazy about, but still, it sure is pretty. I need to clean out those, the joints. This is a very sentimental one for me. I've told the story on this one a bunch, so I won't do it now. But this is a Case Barlow Peacock Appaloosa. Really pretty, lovely color, lovely knife. Let's see, this is a cool one that I got recently. This is a commemorative Jeep knife, just like the Ram ones. It's a big deal because they hadn't produced Ram or Jeep branded knives before. Walsh got the Ram one, being a Ram owner. And me being a Cherokee owner, and the Cherokee that I love, it's been really kind to me. I felt like, you know what, I need to honor that well, it's not a truck or a car, it's kind of in between. I need to honor it with a knife, and so I got this Jeep knife, and it's sweet. I really love it. So this is my only medium Stockman that I have, and it's a cool one, very attractive. This is another favorite for me, the back pocket. This is the quote-unquote, well, it's not modern. It's definitely a slip joint, but it's using a modern steel. S35 yen. Also, they added this hole here, which is kind of skagily in a way. That's cool. I like it. It grew on me. Yeah, really great one. Buffalo horn covers. Okay, so on to the Parkers. These are my only 2 Parkers. This was a gift from Walsh this year. 1982 World's Fair was here in Knoxville, and Parker, which was based out of Knoxville, no, Alabama. I don't know. There's some connections though between Parker and Knoxville, but they're based out of Alabama. Anyway, the knives were produced in Seki City, Japan, but this is a really cool one. You can see this scene here on this side with I don't know if that's supposed to be Boone in that photo, or Davy Crockett. I'm not sure. But yeah, cool stuff. Really funky knife. Like it a lot. Thank you, Walsh. And then this is one that I got at the old knives section. So when Parker produced knives under Eagle brand, they would make them with what's called second cut stag. So it's like an inferior part of the antler. But it still looks really nice. It's got a really good swell to it. I like it quite a lot. So yeah, not a one-arm razor, just a regular razor. But yeah, good one, good walk and talk. Only issue, there's a bit of rub here, but you know, whatever, I can live with that. Everything else is great. Okay, so we're gonna lift this little tray, and then we're gonna go below here to take a look at the GECs and some other stuff. This is a GEC number 14, I believe, Lick Creek Boys knife, my first GEC. It's held up really well. Good walk and talk. Nice, tiny little knife. It's very cool little knife. This is a very large knife. This is the 23 Pioneer Trapper. Probably my favorite GEC. Big old boy. I love the shield. Love the woodland micarta, as they call it. Tony Bowes created a knife in this same pattern for Case, and he called it a bullnose trapper. So I don't know if he designed this pattern, because it's the same pattern. This knife is exactly the same. I don't know if he designed this pattern or if the pattern existed before he made his one for Case, but yeah, it's a cool pattern. Man, this thing is you work your muscles getting those blades out. Sentimental one here, this is the Yellow Rose of Texas in the number 97 Coke bottle pattern, or Allegheny as GC calls it. Yeah, super attractive knife. I got this for myself when my sister moved to Texas because, you know, my sister and I are very close, miss her. And yeah, so it's the Yellow Rose of Texas, beautiful rose shield. Yeah, cool knife. This is a Remington produced by GEC, the Granddaddy Barlow for it says on it, 2022. Yeah, lovely knife, beautiful saw cut bone. It obviously gets some carry, as you can see. Yeah, that's a good one. Another Remington here. This one was produced by Bear & Sons. And yet another Bullet Barlow, and again also for 2022. I don't know why there were two Remington knives in 2022, but whatever. I like them both. I find that Bear & Sons Barlows look kind of funny. They do have this kind of bullet end shape, but still, it's a good knife. Yeah, I need to carry it more. A little thick. This is a K-Bar Plowman's Jack, I've heard it called. I've also heard it called an English Jack. I really love that dog's head shield. That's really what is cool about K-Bar slip joints. Nice jigging on the bone too, and a good color. Here are my Northwoods. So I've got two Northwoods. This one is the Coolidge Jack, black micarta covers, and this lovely clip point blade with a kind of Texas toothpick kind of handle. I think it's a good combination there. Linen micarta on that. This one is the Heritage Jack, burlap micarta. This is my favorite of the two. I like them both quite a lot though, and it's taken a really nice patina. Good walk and talk. Both of those have wobble, so don't let anybody tell you that, you know, GC production is, you know, miles ahead of Case. I have cases that don't have any wobble. This is the only custom slip joint I have. This is the P.H. Jacobs Lanny, based off of Tony Bose's classic pattern. Love the shield on this, black paper micarta, wonderful jigging. Yeah, CPM 154 blade, just everything about it is really awesome. This is a Buck Creek. It's the only one of those I have. This is a funky Congress. I really dig it. It's in buffalo horn, and the buffalo horn has been like lasered, which it's kind of cool. I wouldn't do that, you know, I wouldn't think to do that myself, but it's neat. It's a cool pattern, looks good. Here we have an old hickory slip joint. You can get these now. You couldn't get them for a minute, but they are on eBay now for like 40 bucks. American made slip joint. If yours is like mine, it's going to be great. Mine has a really nice walk and talk, a nice tough pull, which I like. I did change the handles. Your handles, if you get one, will be flat and they will say Old Hickory. So do with that what you will. But I think it's a great knife, a great American made slip joint in 1075, I think for $40. Awesome. This is a sentimental knife. This was my dad's. Somebody gave it to him a long time ago, and they put his initials on this little badge here. It's just a Pakistan, like Buck 112 ripoff, but you know, it's sentimental. This is an Imperial Barlow in great shape. Could be from the 40s or 50s. Not exactly sure. The date stamp says somewhere between the 40s, 50s, maybe the 60s. Produced in Providence, Rhode Island. Saw cut Delrin. Yeah, just a cool knife. Really like that one. It gets carry. And last in this section, we have a Boker club knife. SMKW exclusive, burlap micarta, copper bolsters, and the bolsters are integral, so that's kind of neat. Blade steel is 01, the only knife I own in 01 steel. Okay, now let's go into the drawer here. This is the last section. These are all Rough Riders. Will that sit there? Yeah, that'll sit. Not all. We do have a Viper Knives, Collector's Knives combo. This is a Swayback M390 steel. It's modern, obviously. M390 and micarta with titanium bolsters, titanium frame. This is a CRKT Quill. It's a little slip joint they did several years ago. Quite a bit of wobble. It's okay. It's not awful. Ram horn on that one. That's kind of neat. This is a Rough Rider Reserve fat bottom doctor's knife. Came out this year. Talked about it in our year-end video. It's based on an old IXL pattern. I like it a lot, and it's very affordable. I think it's like 23 bucks on those. This is a split back whittler from Rough Rider Reserve. The rest of these are all Rough Rider, almost. But yes, cool split back whittler. Love the coffin handle shape. Yeah, cool knife. I really want to actually do some whittling with it. This was my budget knife of the year this year. This is the the Whiskey Rider, designed by our good friend Brian over at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Burlap micarta. It's very lovely, very cool design. Combines a sway back and a doctor. I think it's super cool. Very capable. This is another favorite of mine, the Longfellow. It's a Granddaddy Barlow, and yeah, super attractive design. I wish it had a little bit more blade presence, if that makes sense. That blade seems narrow, but it's still really nice. Walk and talk is a bit slow, but it's still good. Yeah, quite like it. Love the two-tone micarta. Okay, this is a very early Rough Rider Reserve. This is a kayak. I think it was their second model. Yeah, this is their second model. It's still good. The micarta's gotten kind of gummy, so I need to probably like brush it, clean it up. But yeah, it's my first Rough Rider Reserve. This is my second one. This is the one-arm razor, and it really will work one-handed. That hook is perfect for that. Blue denim micarta, yeah, lovely blade shape. Yeah, one-arm razor that actually will one-handed open. This is another early one. This was their Barlow, their first Barlow. All the blade steel for Rough Rider Reserve is D2, by the way. Micarta here. Yeah, very straightforward. Love the big belly on that blade. Pretty cool. And then these are out of the Reserve line. These are the In Spades line. This is a Coke bottle in Black Appaloosa bone, as they call it. Very attractive bone. I love the spade shield, and I love the size of this one. Very cool, smaller Coke bottle. I like it quite a lot. This is one of those knives that when I saw it, I dreamed about it, and then I was like, yeah, I got to get it. Another In Spades series. This is the Cinnamon Bone Swell Center Jack, I think. Yeah, cool knife. The only thing that bums me out on this was when I realized that the jigging on the bone is the same on both sides. And this is an affordable knife, so I don't fault them that too much, but I wish it had been a different jigging pattern, but you know, oh well. What else we have left? We're almost done. A Rough Rider elephant toe or sunfish, whatever you want to call it. Just a cheapie, but it's hard to find decent elephant toe knives out there, and this one's good. There's no wobble. Blade steel's 440A. Yeah, but it's still cool. This is the Rough Rider Apta. This is one of the knives that Walsh and I both own. This one's in brass. I think his is in copper. It's a great little knife. Excellent action. I think the blade steel's, I don't know, and it doesn't say. Yeah, VG10. It was VG10. And this thing is, again, it's sentimental. My dad gave it to me as a gift. I can't remember the name of the maker. He called it a custom, but it's more of a kit knife. Lovely wood, koa wood handles, though. I will say that. The koa wood handles are beautiful. Blade steel is 440C. And yeah, it's kind of thick blade, but you know, it's all good. Yeah, so that's that, guys. That has been the slip joints and sort of the traditional selection. Thank you guys so much for joining on this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you don't mind me blathering the way that I have. If you've made it all the way through, whoa, man, thanks a lot. That's really cool. Please like and subscribe because we're still a small channel and, you know, we're just doing what we love here. And yeah, any questions, leave them below and I will answer them. And we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.